Hello everyone, we're back again with another unboxing. Today we've got Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach. Ah man, it's been a while since I've seen Bleach. I watched the dub, I know, kill me now. But you know, when you're growing up with stuff like this, you tend to watch it on TV, so it's always on English. So I kind of stuck with it in English until the end, which was like a year or two after the Japanese version ended. So it's still a bit fresher in my mind. I think it ended in what was it, like 2013? It was still a while ago. It was like almost 10 years now. But they have announced that they're going to animate the final arc, which is great, as well as there's a one-off spin-off thing that happened a while ago called Burn the Witch. It was a manga spin-off, and they're going to give that a full publication in Shonen Jump, which is pretty cool. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely go give it a read. I haven't done it myself personally. I might hold off until just before the movie, because yeah, there's also going to be a movie, and honestly, there's probably going to be an anime for it at some point as well. Regular instructions, nothing too crazy, but I'll probably end up waiting even longer for Bleach because I'm stubborn, and if I watch something in dub, I want to only see it in dub. And also, it was like, what, it was like 300 episodes. It'll feel weird if I switch to the sub version. Yeah, I know, I'll probably only see it like a year later. I'll probably watch like the first episode just to see what it's like when it comes out in Japanese, but I will hold out to watch all of it in the dub. I did the same thing with Dragon Ball Super, so I can be patient. I've waited this long, I might as well wait a little more. But anyway, let's get on to the content. So we've got the regular base, a neck piece, stand. I'm assuming that's for Cohan, the soul candy dude. And then I guess that's also Cohan's, this little base thing here. As well as we've got a longer arm piece, probably so you can display Ichigo with his Zanpakuto. Alright, what do we have here? A couple of arm pieces by the looks of it. Yep, some arm pieces. They kind of look weird just by themselves. I'm sure they'll look less weird when it's on the figure. Let's get rid of this tape. I did actually also pre-order Hitsugaya, so he will be here, I think it's either this month, end of this month, or next month that pre-order comes out. So there'll be an unboxing of him as well in the future, so look forward to that. I wondered if like Good Smile knew that they were gonna announce that Bleach is coming back, because it seems weird to suddenly start making Bleach figures after all these years. Maybe they knew something we didn't and started production. Hopefully there's more on the way. That'd be pretty cool. All right, let's get our carrot top out of here and deplasticed. All right, I would love to see some other versions of Ichigo. Honestly, I'm a bit sad that they didn't include his like hollow mask, or maybe his what is it called now? What happens when the Zanpakuto like evolve? What do they call that again? Oh man, it's been so long I've forgotten. But hold on, I've got this. A friend gave me this for buying so many figures from him. It's nothing too fancy, but it's like a prize figure. What is this called when it changes? I don't remember. But you know what I mean. His Zanpakuto when it reaches its next form. Oh yeah, it was like Shikai, maybe? Something like that. You know what I mean. But here he is. Here is Ichigo. Let's see, what kind of legs do you have? He's got ball-jointed legs. Yay! I do love me some ball joints. Nice skirt as well, of course. Very nice figure. Oh man, Ichigo, I miss you, buddy. It's been so long. How's Soul Reaping been treating you, buddy? Alright, what else do we have in here? We've got a shouting face. I guess it'd be a battle pose, maybe. And then we've got a kind of nervous anxious face. Someone is too powerful. They've shown up, and Ichigo doesn't know what to do. Let's pull Cohan out, shall we? Here is our favorite stuffed line. Oh my god. I miss you so much, buddy. Your eyes are really shiny. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so he does have like a little bit here. So I would assume that you put the thing in the thing. You know what I mean. Then we've got, I guess this is like a running leg. Seems to be moving forward. Why does this camera not work with me? Alright, yeah. Running forward, I guess. Couple of arm bits as well. Here and here. His Zanpakuto in whatever form that was. It wasn't Kekai. Kekai was Barrier. So it's definitely not that. I'm sure Shikai was one of them. Well, whatever this form is, his big butcher knife form, as well as it sheathed up, which is pretty cool. But that's all we got in the box, so let's do some poses. Alright, first up pose, we've got Ichigo terrified out of his mind. He's seen something that he's not ready for, and it's gonna kill him. But don't worry, he's got plot protection. He'll be fine. He'll just transform into whatever thing the enemy is, because one time his dad dropped him in a river and he spent a day with that enemy and absorbed its power or something ridiculous like that. Because we know Ichigo is basically everything in Bleach at some point. It's kind of ridiculous. But honestly, I like his faceplates. Like it's a simple figure. Like honestly, it's a very simple figure, but it captures Ichigo very well. Like his like cloak and his weapon, as well as his face and his hair. It just works. So I'm definitely feeling the Bleach hype again. Hopefully that'll come out soon. Please let the dub come out soon. I don't want to wait a year. I want to see the 1,000-year Blood War arc. I read the manga because like I figured it was never gonna happen, and well, it did happen, but at least didn't have to wait too long to see the manga ending. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this figure pose. Well, let's move on to another one. Alright, here is our next pose. It's Ichigo just folding his arms. That's what the weird arm pieces were earlier, and he's got his Zanpakuto on his back, which honestly it's a pretty cool looking pose. It's a very Ichigo thing. I am actually just holding the Zanpakuto there because I haven't put the whole thing through. But this doesn't, unlike a lot of the other things, it doesn't pull off the hilt and become a sword or unsheath from the bandages, because that wouldn't really make sense. It's pretty thin. But yeah, very simple pose, very nice, very Ichigo. So that's going to do it for that pose. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, here is our next pose. It's I would say it's a fighting pose, but I also remember the name of the next form of the sword. It could also be his Bankai pose, but I would think he'd hold it with two hands, his sword. I'm pretty sure he held like the end of the hilt with the back of his hand as well when he did his Bankai, and kind of just like Bankai kind of thing. But maybe this is just a fighting pose. It is his hand isn't in the best position for the sword. Like honestly, like I've tilted it a bit, but the sword is supposed to be held like that, which looks a bit off. It looks fine from up and looks fine from like down, but if you're like eye level, it just kind of looks like that, which doesn't really hold his sword like that. So I don't know why they did that, but whatever. Probably won't use this pose. Also, I didn't pull the legs out also because they're kind of on an interesting thing going here. So it's not the regular ball joint, it's a ball and a hole. So in the leg parts there are holes, so you just kind of slot that in. So I figured I'll just skip it just in case, because I have a feeling it might break if I do. But also this thing attaches and it can spin however you want it to. Oh, goodbye focus. Yeah, it spins however you want it to, so you can pose it however you want. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this pose. Let's move on to our final pose. Alright, here is our final pose. A very iconic pose for Ichigo, him holding his Zanpakuto behind his back, also at an angle, kind of smiling and looking for. I think there's a lot of promotional art, and I think this might have been in the cover of Shonen Jump back in the day. As well as we got Cohan over here. I always thought he had the same name as me, because they say in the dub they just say Cohan, which sounds like they're saying my name really fast. So I was like, oh, is he got the same name as me? Until I eventually looked it up and it was Kon, which was like, oh man. But oh well, still looking cool. He does come with his own stand, but I figured since Ichigo's like at a bit of an angle here, I'll just push him a little to the side and have Cohan on his on Ichigo's right side. And I think it makes it quite a nice picture. They kind of fit together really well. So I'm quite happy with how it turned out. Also, I don't know how well the camera's going to show it off, but the angle does kind of work well with his Zanpakuto just like that, especially if you're looking down on it like that. It does work pretty well, or if you're just looking head on. So I'll probably have him displayed at eye level. But yeah, so that's going to do it for Ichigo. I'm really happy to see some Bleach love, because I haven't seen anything Bleach in a really long time, so it's really nice to see some new figures coming out. And also we'll have Hitsugaya, who's definitely one of my favorites. I loved his like ice dragon thing. I'm trying to remember the name. Hihyoin, no, that Zabimaru was Renji's. Hitsugaya's is, what was Hitsugaya's? Something with an H. I feel like it was with an H. If you remember, comment down below. There you go. That's something to comment on. Tell me what Hitsugaya's Zanpakuto's name was. But yeah, so if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Subscribe for more Nendoroid content. We're going to have Kana from Fate Grand Order. No, not Grand Order. Fate Apocrypha in tomorrow's video. He's looking pretty freaking cool. He was definitely one of my favorite characters in Apocrypha, other than Mordred. Oh my god, I need to get my hands on Mordred. So yeah, that'll be up tomorrow. So yeah, stay tuned. Well, that's going to do it for this one. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright, bye.